What it do, y'all? It's your girl Makeup and Travel, and for today's video your girl is here to bring you another video in my declutter series. This one is going to be all for my face palettes. I think I did pretty good, but if you guys know me, you know that I love to use my face palettes. I use them quite a bit. Today I have 3 different face palettes on my face today. I did also record my eye look. It is going to be an IG tutorial on my Instagram. If you're wondering, my Instagram is cause3makeup. Is that the child? I don't know. It's on the screen right now, and I always have all of my social medias listed down below. But yeah, I did this look for that. So if you're wondering like what I actually used, I used my Lick and Lash Flamenco palette. I still am hankering to do a 3 looks 1 palette with this baby. I just have not gotten around to it. I've been really interested in just playing with different products, different combinations, and I just haven't gotten around to doing another 3 looks 1 palette, but I think I might find the time to do it this week. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you're interested in seeing my declutter for my face palettes, then just keep watching. Hi guys, so I wanted to go ahead and do my declutter for my face palettes. I have quite a few face palettes, as you can see here. Some of them I built myself, some of them I bought as, you know, they were kind of created or whatever have you. And I just wanted to go ahead and do this video. I'm gonna stack these to the side and just display one face palette at a time for you all. Hopefully that'll be beneficial. You will see that there are some that I have used to the bone, others that look brand new, some that look kind of used, and we're just gonna decide. I love face palettes. I love that I can grab one palette and put multiple aspects of my base on in a heartbeat. So this is going to be hard, but this will also prepare me for doing my my like cheek product declutters, because I have yet to record my highlighter, blush, and or bronzer, and I'm scared. Not gonna hold you up. So yeah, let's scoot these over. The first thing that kind of has nothing to do with this video, but I just needed to say it because otherwise y'all wouldn't know that I have it in my collection, is this Revolution Pro London white base. This is a matte pressed powder, and obviously this is in white. I bought this last Halloween season for FX makeup. I either got this extremely late in the season or didn't end up using it. As you can see, it's brand new. I haven't touched it at all. I intend to use it this year. What I intend to do, only God knows, but I intend to use it, try it out. If I like it, I will keep it. If I don't, I will get rid of it and just call it a day. I remember trying to use like white eyeshadow and it just was not doing what I needed to do at all. So I went ahead and picked this up. This type of product is sold at a lot of drugstore brands. So Revolution wasn't the only brand for me to have purchased this from, but I think I ended up getting it through Ulta or something. So that's why I got this. So yeah, as of right now, it's gonna stay, but you know, October is right around the corner. So this may be decluttered very, very soon. The next product is my Shade and Light contour palette from KVD Vegan Beauty, and I have put her through the works. So these two were decluttered and given to my best friend immediately after I bought this palette. These two I panned last year along with this one, and this is the current product that I am focusing on this year. I believe I'll be able to finish it in the year, although once it gets to this point, the oils from my brush and my face tend to kind of like mattify the product, not mattify, make the product get like a what's it called when they start to get hard pan. It starts to like become like a weird oily hard pan type situation. So I just need to be cognizant of changing my powder brushes every so often so that that does not happen. But I definitely should be done with this product by the end of this year. I'm aiming for the end of this month though, but who knows. I'm just happy to get use out of a product that I bought on discount. So yeah. Alright, so this is the first real face product. My face products are dirty, so if you don't like that, sorry, but this is a real collection. This is a Sephora blush palette in Spice Market Blush. I got this on recommendation from a YouTuber, Andrea Renee, and she loved it because she could use this as bronzer, she could use these two as blush, and the other three as highlighter. I agree with her. These two definitely are a beautiful blush. The other two are definitely a beautiful highlighter. This has no business going anywhere near my face. This though does not work as a bronzer for me. It's pretty much a glorified face powder, and because of that I don't reach for this very often. I know that's weird, but it's just the fact that this does not have a bronzer in here. I don't reach for it very often. So I think I'm actually going to put this in the maybe pile because it might be time for this to go. But I do enjoy this product, so I'm not like pressed for it to go. This is staying. This is a kind of self-made face palette. I took two Give Me Glow single eyeshadows, actually three because this is a single eyeshadow too, and this is a contour shade from an indie brand that it was supposed to be a bronzer, but this is definitely way too cool tone. It's definitely a contour. This has become a kind of face palette that I just created, so I like it and I do use it, so this is going to stay. This is one of my top three face palettes, so this is going nowhere. This is my Juvia's and Fumi face palette. As you can see, this face palette has been through the ringer. I have used every single shade multiple times on my face. I love this face palette. And next we have my very first face palette, and I love this one as well. I got pan in my only and first highlighter, and this is a beautiful highlighter or face palette from Juvia's Place. This is the Saharan Volume 1. I can use this as a bronzer, the other three as blushes, and of course the other two for highlighter. I reach for this highlighter more obviously, but they're both really good highlighters, good bronzer, good blushes, beautiful pigmentation overall. Highly recommend. I absolutely love that blush palette. Then I have a couple of ABH highlighter palettes. I got these after the craze, so I got these from TJ Maxx and through third retailers. I actually really enjoy this highlighter palette. I've been getting a lot more use out of it lately, and I've been really reaching for Helia and Lyra. I do reach for this, what is that shade? Spectra on occasion. I think the three that I pretty much have never tried are these three, but I enjoy the other three. So as of right now, am I gonna keep this? Could I depot this? We're gonna put this in the maybe pile. I don't know. I'm trying to be realistic about what I keep and what I declutter. This is the ABH Glow Kit. This is the one in Sun Dipped. This is one that I got from a third party, and I pretty much exclusively stick to these two shades. I don't even think I've ever tried these two shades on my face. I love this formula. I think it's beautiful as everybody else. I just don't reach for this palette very often, but I haven't brought a new highlighter in my collection the whole year, and I have reached for this quite a bit. So I think I am going to go ahead and keep. Should I keep this whole bloody palette? I don't know. Oh my god, I don't know. Let's put this in the maybe pile too. This is another top three face palette, so this is going absolutely nowhere. I honestly, the only thing I hate about this is that there are pom-poms on this thing, and the pom-pom like sticky has stayed after the little pom-pom left, and it always sticks to stuff, in my collection, so we're gonna take the time to get those off today. Okay. So this is my Beauty Bakery Cotton Candy Champagne Blush Highlighter Palette. I use all of these shades. Predominantly, I stick to these two, but I have reached into these two on occasion. I love this palette. I'm trying to hit pan in this baby right here. I have quite a dip. And yeah, this is going absolutely nowhere. Okay, so this is an Obsession eyeshadow palette, or wow, this is an Obsession face palette. This is in Pinky Promise. This is not something that I reach for a lot, but I really enjoy the combination of this blush topper with these two shades, particularly this shade. This one has no business being anywhere near my face, nowhere near my face. This is gonna go in the maybe pile. Some of these maybe pile stuff may be getting depotted from the actual packaging. I have some Z palettes that'll be coming up later, and they might just be going with that. This is a straight up highlighter palette from Flower Beauty. And I don't think anybody has really talked about this shade in this highlighter palette, but I think it's beautiful. This is in the shade Sun-Kissed SP2. And actually, I think I might go ahead and swatch this against my Sun Dipped palette from ABH. The Sun Dip palette still feels so creamy and just nice. Very, very creamy, very nice. You guys can't even really see that. I'm sorry. I'll try and get a better angle in a second for you guys. And this Flower Beauty one, honestly, it has a very similar texture and feel. Can you guys, oh my, I don't know, I can't really tell. I'm sorry, this is pointless for you guys. I'm really sorry about that. But the shades are not all the same. They're similar, but definitely not the same. I think I'm gonna keep this highlighter palette. There's a video idea that I have that I want to use this with minimum, and I actually do like the formula, so we're gonna go ahead and keep this. Like I said, the Glow Kit is gonna stay in the maybe pile. Same with this. Okay, next is my KVD Vegan, well now, Metal Crush highlighter palette. This is a beautiful, beautiful highlighter palette. These are glitter highlighters. So if you don't like a glitter highlighter, I would not recommend this. If you like a glitter highlighter, I highly recommend the Sigma F03 brush. It's really, really nice, compact, densely packed brush, and it can pick up this formula and really just blend it into your skin beautifully. I stick to using these two shades. I never even touched this shade, mainly because Tara Babies can use this and she is significantly lighter than me, but these two shades are beautiful on my skin, and because of that, it's a unique formula and I do want to keep it, so I am going to. My Fenty Beauty, what is this? The Kilowatt Foil, I think this was 2018 face palette. I don't remember. I love this palette. I know a lot of people really didn't check for it. This is actually still on sale on the Sephora website, but I enjoy it because I can use this as a shimmery, glittery blush. This, depending on how froggy your girl is feeling, I can use this as a bronzer, and these four are beautiful, beautiful highlighters. So overall, I really enjoy this face palette and I do want to keep it. This reminds me of a shade in the Aurora palette. Very pretty right there. And yeah, it is nice and glittery, so good things. This is the Lunatic Labs face palette. This is volume 2, I believe, because this is the darker one. I put this through some things last Halloween. That's why you see like the weird colors. I had like put water on my brush and then I put my brush in here. Anyways, this is a really pigmented, beautiful palette. I love that you can kind of tailor make whatever you're looking for just based on these shadows. I really enjoy this palette and I will keep this because this will be my only contour palette when I finish my Kat Von D, sorry, my KVD Vegan Beauty Shade and Light palette. So this is definitely going to stay. I really enjoy that palette. I also have my Lime Crime Highlight Unicorn palette. This is a palette that I asked a friend to pick up. She got this from some Nordstrom rack, and this is very similar to this. I don't reach for this very often. It's a pretty palette, but I just don't reach for it very often. I thought this was the other one that had the bronzy shade in it, and it wasn't. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this. This will be the first thing I think that I've decluttered. Okay. This is my Love Luxe Beauty See You from Space highlighter palette. Unfortunately, this is going nowhere because Helitonic, Supernova, and Flare are beautiful shades. Extraterrestrial is beautiful as well. The only two I have not tried are these two. I just am too scared that they're too light for me, but this formula is great. I love it. Let me just try Supernova or pick it up for you guys. This is, I mean, I accidentally picked up way too much, as you can tell, but this is a truly blinding highlighter. If you need a highlighter that is blinding, I mean, it is outstanding and beautiful. So highly recommend. Is it necessarily black girl friendly? Not the best, but I really love these shades and I make it work. So yeah. Okay, I need a towel. My Nars palette. This is my Nars palette in Choker del Soleil. I don't know, y'all. This is, I shouldn't have to deal with names like this. Anyways, I bought this secondhand and I bought it because I heard so many good things about it. This is a really nice palette, okay? So you get two really satin shimmery blushes and then you get a decent highlighter. I like this palette. I don't reach for it very often, but I really like it. I like the formula. It still feels beautiful and buttery, so I am going to go ahead and keep it. Okay, now we're getting to like my kind of I made a palette situation, so brace yourself. Okay, this is a palette that I made. This is a Wet n Wild blush. It is beautiful. This is, I don't even know what brand this is anymore. This is a NYX red blush. This is an under eye setting powder. This is a face setting powder, and this is a beautiful blush that I got for free because it took a long time for my order to get to me from Beauty Bar Baby. Honestly, if I had to declutter something, it would be the two actual face products because I'm not really checking for them, and so those are gonna go in the maybe pile. These three blushes though are outstanding and I refuse to get rid of them, but these two are kind of like, yeah, you know, they're good, but they're not like cry me a river type thing. I love these palettes from Freedom and I would recommend them, but it's hard to pick the right palette because I failed multiple times. These are some more really pretty, beautiful highlighters and all that. As you can see, I have hit pan in this highlighter. Can you see? I don't think you can. So I hit major pan in this highlighter from Luxie, and this is in the shade Centerfold. I love my Luxie shadows, or my Luxie face products, and I think I'm going to put these so that they're in the same one. So all of them went into one, and if you're gonna ask me, does it bother me that I have squares in circles? Yes, it does, but we gonna keep pushing for now. Another love highlighter palette from ABH is my Dream highlighter palette from them. This is the one that I reach for the most, especially when I first got it. I reached for these three pretty consistently. This is another glittery formula highlighter. I am definitely keeping this one. I really enjoy it. And yeah, cold dead hands you can pull those out of. These are some other Sydney Grace shades and just the similar size pan. I don't even remember what this looks like. This is from Cleonid. I bought a highlighter from Cleonid. Huh, it's a nice shade. Okay, and if I remember correctly, these are two MAC blushes. I'm gonna actually put these over here because it'll save me from twitching, because at least the pan sizes are the same. And yeah, so these two, if I remember correctly, are from MAC. Yeah, they are. And these are two blushes. These are from Sydney Grace, and then this is from Cleonid. I love all of these formulas. They're all really nice. So I am gonna go ahead and keep them. And then just to round out my highlighter collection, I have these beauties. These are from a multitude of brands. These middle ones, if I remember correctly, are from Christina Lee. Their name is not on the back of the, I hate that. I'm pretty sure these are Christina Lee. These are from Beauty Bar Baby, if I can remember correctly. Yep, this is from Divina. Okay, so I didn't realize that my camera stopped recording. My bad. But I was talking about this palette, just saying how these are Christina Lee, these are Beauty Bar Baby, Divina, and Touch of Glam. So I have a quite variety, and to be quite honest, I low-key forgot about these palettes and I forgot about these highlighters. So I'm really happy that I'm going through and doing this. If I had to kind of declutter some things from these, I would get rid of some of these matte shades. I just don't use matte blush very often, but these are like neutral tones, so maybe I'll keep these. I'm trying to think, do I have any matte blushes that are in compacts that resemble either of these? Well, okay, we're gonna do this. We are going to do this. So I know for a fact that I'm keeping two Juvia's Place blush palettes, and if I can recall, one of them has a red. Yep, right here. So this is from my Fumi palette, and this is my Nyx Crimson Blush. Okay, so Nyx Crimson is definitely brighter in tone. When you put it on the cheeks, is it really gonna make a huge difference? Who knows? And then my ombre blush from, I believe this is from Wet n Wild. This, if we're being honest with ourselves, reminds me of a combination of those two shades from my Fumi palette. So I think, being so content with my Fumi palette, I am going to get rid of both of these blushes. Very good blushes, but I don't need them anymore. So far, haven't gotten rid of a lot, but it's all made sense. This palette, I believe, is completely empty. It is, and I might be using it. Let's see. Okay, so completely empty palette. It's a little janky cleaning wise, but it's completely empty. So we have a couple of things that I put on my maybe list. I put this cheek palette situation from Obsession. I also put loves this. My ABH Glow Kit from In Sun Dip. I have my ABH Aurora Kit, and then I have my Sephora kit, or Sephora face palette in Spiced Market. Now, like I said, I do not reach for matte blushes. Let me do one at a time. I do not reach for matte blushes very often, so let me swatch these. I haven't used these in quite a while. Like, I mean a while. Oh, that's actually a nice neutral peachy shade. Okay, you know what? I actually think these are nice shades, all of them. Yes, I get some mattes, but I can finesse with this, and I have room. I have room. So I think I'm gonna add these to this palette, and we are not gonna play ourselves. We have a depotting tool. We are going to use it. Where is it? Even though they're basically already depotted, I just don't have any time for messing up shades. And this can go in the other corner. So I think, yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep it like this. And I'm going to keep this packaging for when I travel. I can put 4 cheek products, whether they're highlighters, blushes, or whatever from my variety of shades in this pan size in here to travel with. So this is, I'm gonna keep this packaging, and I'm gonna keep all 4 of those blushes. I do wanna get more use out of them. And if I don't get more use out of them next time, I will be looking a little bit harder at those. So that's that. My Spice palette, I think I might keep this for a little bit longer. Like I said, I really enjoy these 2 shades. I think they're nice. And the others are just nice. They're not heavenly, but this is just a nice, good staple palette. Not that I don't have enough, but you know, I love cheek products. I really do. And then we have my 2 last Aurora palettes. I'm gonna swatch these 2. Okay, I don't see myself using either of these 2 shadows at all. My best friend and her mom are about to get lucky. I'm about to give them these 2 shades. They are too light to finesse these 2. Like they can't. Or I would just give them the full palette. So can I finesse? Let's see. Can we not and say we did? I'd appreciate it greatly. All right, so this face palette is going to my best friend and her mom. Hopefully she's nice and gives her mom one, but you know, that's on them. And I was able to get the 2 that actually work for me and I've actually been reaching for in here. So that's good. I will give her the sleeve in case she wants it. And then we have my Aurora Glow Kit. It looks like I got rid of yet another palette. I'm happy about that. Okay, Aurora Glow Kit. If we're thinking about it, the two shades that I've been reaching for lately have been these two. It has been Lyra and Helium. These two beautiful shades. They are stunning. I am going to see if I can find dupes in the products that I have decided to keep. If I can, then this palette will be going. If I can't, then suffer to be so. I guess I'm keeping this. So let us see. Let's start off with the Dream Glow palette. This one has more of a, yeah, I didn't think it was going to be a dupe. Jesus, not a dupe. Okay. That's kind of similar. Sort of. Not exactly, but it's similar. No, no. No. Let's try this one. No. I'm gonna just clean off all the swatches that did not work. Keep my two that I'm working for. And I'm not trying to get a similarity in pigmentation, purely just the color, because I really have just been reaching for the shades for the colors that it gives me. I don't think I have any dupes, at least not in this part of my collection. Oh, that's similar. That is similar. I'm not gonna hold you up. This is the Beauty Bar Baby Highlighter. In the shade Autumn Pumpkin. Knowing them, this is no longer in stock because they do a lot of limited edition stuff, but that is similar, but nonetheless, it's no cigar. So I get to keep my Aurora palette and y'all can't say nothing because I've tried and none of the shades that I use I have duped thus far. Well, in the shades that I'm not keeping for the formula or something like that. Okay, so I am getting rid of these right here. Very small selection, but it is stuff that I really will be getting rid of. Most likely these that are just empty and just chilling by themselves will be thrown away unless my best friend wants them, or like I said, my friend who is redoing her makeup collection, if she wants them, she can have them as well. I no longer need them in my collection. I'm happy that at least these two I was able to dupe out from a physical palette that I just enjoy a lot more. I have 3 palettes that are kind of create your own that I created, and then the rest are all, no, 4, sorry. 4 palettes that I created myself, and the rest are all palettes that I bought because I loved the color scheme or whatever. And you know, it may be a lot. I know it's a lot, but your girl is happy. I am happy with this. I feel more confident. I also am just happy that I reminded myself that I have these beauties waiting for me to be used. I've just been really focused in on, honestly, these 4 palettes. These 4 palettes that I haven't really touched with the rest, but the rest are about to be used, especially because I'm trying to do more glowy bases. These glittery highlighters are about to be put to full advantage because they really can give you like a glass glowy cheek. So Dream is about to get torn apart. But that is it for my face palette declutter. I didn't do the best in this collection, but that being said, because I do tend to reach for face palettes more than single highlighters, my single highlighters and my single blushes may be getting drastically reduced even more than I did earlier this year, because I will be trying to see if I have it here, I don't need it there. So stay tuned for that video. That is going to be a very heartening, saddening video, but it's something that needs to be done. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. And as always, y'all, it has been